Hello friends, myself Rupali Krishnadev Mane from Hindustan Antibiotic School Pimpri, which is managed by Deccan Education Society, Pune. So today let's study lesson number 5 from Maths Part 1, that is probability. So today we will study introduction part of this probability, then random experiment and its outcomes, then sample space and event. So these topics we are going to cover in this lecture. So now let's move to PPT. So children, in our day-to-day life, we are using these words: probable, sure, maybe, 50-50, impossible, nearly. So these all words indicates possibility. So in our day-to-day conversation, these words like most probably the rain will start from the today. So can you predict when our school will start? So maybe in the month of November our school will reopen. Yes, correct. I'm surely get first class. But condition is what? If you will do study well, definitely you will get first class. So like these words we are using in our daily conversation. So now let's see this picture. In this picture you have seen that the captain of Indian cricket team is tossing the coin. So every cricket match begins with this event. So here you know the result. Can we predict the result? Yes. So either tail or head. So here result is tail or head. So you can see this image of this head and tail. So there are how many possibilities, children? There are 2 possibilities. Now let's throw a die once. So have you seen a die? I hope yes, because you played a game of ladder and snake. Yes, in that case you use a die. So you all have seen these faces. So these are the faces. The die has 6 faces and it represents that dots which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So each of these is a possible result of throwing a die. Now let's see the next point, that is random experiment. So children, you know the word experiment. So in chemistry or in science we have seen experiment. At that time you cannot predict about the result, isn't it? But here in mathematics, so whenever you are doing any activity, at that time you know its result. Now just now we have seen one slide. In that slide we have seen tossing a coin. This is also an experiment, random experiment in mathematics. Okay, so result either head or tail. That means here result is fixed. The experiment in which all possible results are known in advance, but none of them can be predicted with certainty, and there is equal possibility for each result. So children, so these words are very important. There is equal possibility for each result. It is known as random experiment. Now let's see example. Tossing a coin. So here whenever we are tossing a coin, at that time we know the result in advance, either head or tail, but we cannot predict. Yes, definitely tail will come. No, there is a chances are 50-50 chances, head or tail. Second one, throwing a die. So in that case you all know a die has 6 faces, so that we cannot predict. Yes, definitely I will get 6 only. No. So there is also equal possibility. Picking a card from a set of cards bearing numbers from 1 to 50. There are also 50 possibilities. Picking a card from a pack of well-shuffled playing cards. So you all know there are 52 cards in a pack of playing cards, so that there are 52 possibilities. Next point, that is outcomes. Result of a random experiment is known as an outcome. See children, result of a random experiment is known as an outcome. Now let's see one example. In a random experiment of tossing a coin, there are only two outcomes. There are only two outcomes. So which are that? Head or tail. So we are using symbol H to represent head. We are using symbol T to represent tail. Now second example. In a random experiment of throwing a die, there are 6 outcomes according to the number of dots on the 6 faces of the die. So now let's write outcomes. So 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. Out of these 6 number, one number will definitely come. Third one example. In a random experiment of picking a card bearing numbers from 1 to 50. So what will be the outcomes? So there are 50 cards. So which bear number 1 to 50. So therefore there are 50 outcomes. One more example. A card is drawn randomly from a pack of well-shuffled playing cards. Now let's see. Here total cards 52. Out of that 26 are red cards and 26 are black cards. Now here out of 26 red cards, 13 heart cards and 13 diamond cards. Now here 26 black cards. Out of 26, 13 are club cards and 13 are spade cards. Now let's see in detail about these cards. So there are 26 black cards, 13 club cards and 13 spade cards. Now children, if you will see, so I have arranged these all cards in ascending order. Now if you will focus on this ace card, so this I will consider as 1. Okay, so keep in mind this. So this ace card we will consider as 1. So here ace card, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now here 11th one is jack, 12th one is queen and here 13th one is king. So there are 13 cards, 13 club cards. Now here similarly we can see here 13 spade cards. There are 26 red cards. Out of that 13 diamond cards and 13 heart cards. So here also you can see images. King, queen and jack are known as face cards. Very important children. King, queen and jack are known as face cards. Now I have taken one example of the spade cards. So there are these 3 spade cards. So these I can consider as a face cards. Why? Because jack, queen, king. Now, so there are 4 sets. So therefore total 12 face cards. So you can see first column club cards, second column diamond cards, third column you can see spade cards and fourth column is of heart cards. So total 12 face cards. So children, keep in mind ace cards. Ace cards we will not consider as face card. Okay. Equally likely outcomes. A given number of outcomes are said to be equally likely if none of them occurs in preference to the others. We assume that objects used for random experiment are fair or unbiased. Example, if a coin is tossed, possibility of getting head or tail are equal. A die is thrown, possibilities of getting one of the number is equal. All the outcomes are equally likely. So very important thing is this. So all the outcomes are equally likely. Now let's see practice set 5.1. How many possibilities are there in each of the following? Vanita knows the following sites in Maharashtra. She is planning to visit one of them in her summer vacation. Ajinta, Mahabaleshwar, Lonal Sarovar, Tadoba Wildlife Sanctuary, Amboli, Raigad, Matheran, Anandvan. Now children, here, so we want to write how many possibilities are there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 possibilities. Any days of a week is to be selected randomly. So how many days are there in a week? Yes, there are 7 days. So therefore, there are 7 possibilities. Third one, select one card from the pack of 52 cards. So how many cards are there? There are 52 cards. So therefore, there are 52 possibilities. Now let's see the next point, that is sample space. The set of all possible outcomes of a random experiment is called the sample space. It is denoted by capital letter S or omega, a Greek letter. Each element of sample space is called a sample point. So children, wherever we are writing sample space, the first word is very important, that is the set. And in 9th standard we have studied this set. So whenever we are writing set, we are using curly bracket. Okay. The number of elements in the set S is denoted by n of S. If n of S is finite, then that sample space is said to be a finite sample space. Now very important table children, you need to prepare this very well. So there is a column. In first column I have written serial number, then in second column, so random experiment, third one sample space, and in last column I have written number of sample point in ES. Now let's see first example. One coin is tossed. So children, you all know the possible result, head or tail. So therefore I have used here curly bracket. Okay. So now H comma T. So how many sample points are there? So there are 2 sample points. So therefore n of S is equals to 2. Now 2 coins are tossed. Okay. So whenever you are tossing 2 coins, so the result is head head, head tail, tail head, tail tail. Okay. So don't write full words, use H and T only. So now here, so n of S total 4 points. See the next example, 3 coins are tossed. Okay. So sample space S is equals to HHH comma HHT comma HTH comma THH comma HTT comma THT comma TTH comma TTT. Now let us count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So therefore number of sample point in S is 8. A die is thrown. So S is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 numbers. So therefore here n of S is equals to 6. Now 2 dice are thrown. So children, very important thing is this. So whenever you are writing the sample space, you need to write properly. So how to write? So first of all, write down 1 comma 1, then 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3, 1 comma 4, 1 comma 5, 1 comma 6. This is first row. Now in second row, so you are changing the number on the first die, that is 2 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 2 comma 3, 2 comma 4, 2 comma 5, 2 comma 6. In third row, now 3 will come. So 3 comma 1, 3 comma 2, 3 comma 3, 3 comma 4, 3 comma 5, 3 comma 6. So like this, in last line you can see 6 comma 1, 6 comma 2, 6 comma 3, 6 comma 4, 6 comma 5, 6 comma 6. So altogether there are 36 sample point. So therefore n of s is equals to 36. So children, whenever you are writing the sample space, so be careful, don't repeat any number, because if you are repeating any number, then maybe you will get wrong sample points. So therefore, while writing the sample space, be careful and be attentive. Now next example, a card is drawn from a pack bearing numbers from 1 to 25. So therefore S is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4 dot up to 25. So this is finite sample space. Okay. So though I have written here dot, but at the end I have written a number. So therefore it is a finite sample space. Now how many sample points are there? There are 24 sample points. Now next one. A card is drawn from a well-shuffled pack of 52 playing cards. So children, I have written this diamond, ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen and king. So altogether there are 13 diamond cards, 13 spade cards, 13 heart cards and 13 club cards. So altogether there are 52 sample points. Now let's remember these points. The sample space for a coin tossed twice is the same as that of 2 coins tossed simultaneously. The same is true for 3 coins. The sample space for a die rolled twice is the same as 2 dice rolled simultaneously. Now let's solve practice set 5.2. First one, for each of the following experiment, write sample space S and number of sample points n of S. First one, 1 coin and 1 die are thrown simultaneously. Now let's write its solution. So S is equals to H comma 1, H comma 2, H comma 3, H comma 4, H comma 5, H comma 6, T comma 1, T comma 2, T comma 3, T comma 4, T comma 5, T comma 6. Now let us count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there are 12 sample points. Therefore, n of S is equals to 12. Next one, 2 digits numbers are formed using digits 2, 3 and 5 without repeating a digits. So see children, this condition is very important, without repeating a digits. So whenever you are writing 2-digit number, don't repeat digits. So let's write its solution. So S is equals to, now 23, 25, then 32, 35, 52, 53. So there are 6 sample points. So therefore n of s is equals to 6. So children, these types of questions are going to ask for 1 mark. So what they will do? They will give you one example and simply they will ask write sample space S and number of sample point, that is n of s. Okay, so each carry half mark. So prepare well. Now let's see this activity. Form a road safety committee of 2 from 2 boys, that is B1, B2, and 2 girls G1, G2. Complete the following activity to write the sample space. Children, whenever you are writing activity, at that time copy full activity. First one, committee of 2 boys. So that is B1, B2. Committee of 2 girls, G1, G2. Committee of 1 boy and 1 girl, that is B1, G1, B1, G2, B2, G1 and B2, G2. Now let us write sample space. So B1, B2, G1, G2, B1, G1, B1, G2, B2, G1 and B2, G2. So now here, suppose they will ask write number of sample point also, then you count this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then write down n of s is equals to 6. Okay. Now let's see the next point, event. The outcomes satisfying particular condition are called favorable outcomes. Now what word is important here? Particular condition. Okay, there is a condition. So if the outcome satisfies that particular condition, then that is called as a favorable outcomes. A set of favorable outcomes of a given sample space is an event. So children, very important. If you are able to write this event, then you will score good marks. A set of favorable outcomes of a given sample space is an event. Event is a subset of the sample space. In 9th standard, we have studied the concept of subset. So, all the element of event is present in sample space. That event is called as a subset of sample space. Events are generally denoted by capital letters A, B, C, D, etc. Example, if 2 coins are tossed, then S is equals to HH, TT, TH, HT. So children, whenever you are solving any example, so writing this sample space is must. Okay. Now let us write one event. A is the event of getting at least 1 tail. Condition is what? At least 1 tail. Now let's see. Then the favorable outcomes are as follows. So A equals to TT, TH, HT. So now if you will see A and S, okay. So if you will see the element sample points of this set A, that is TT, TH, HT, all these sample points are present here, TT, TH, HT in sample space. Therefore, so we can say that A is a subset of S. A is a subset of S. The number of element in the event A is denoted by n of A. Now how many elements are here? So there are 3 elements. So therefore we can write n of A is equals to 3. Now let's solve one example. A bag contains 50 cards. Each card bears only 1 numbers from 1 to 50. 1 card is drawn at random from the bag. Write the sample space. Also write event A, B and find the number of sample point in them. Now what are the condition for event A? Condition for event A, the number on the card is divisible by 3. What is condition for event B? The number on the card is a prime number. So children, if you will see this example, though it is word problem, but it is very, very, very easy. So read it slowly. A bag contains 50 cards. So first of all, we will write sample space. So one card is drawn at random from the bag containing 50 cards. So first of all, let us write sample space. S is equals to 1, 2, 3, dot, 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 up to 49, 50. There are 50 cards. So therefore, up to 50 we are writing in sample space. So therefore, N of S is equals to 50. Now let's see the condition for event A. The number on the card is divisible by 3. So children, so whenever you are solving this type of question, you should know the test of divisibility. Okay, what is the divisibility test of 3? Yes, correct. Now let's see condition for event A, the number is divisible by 3. So children, you must know the test of divisibility. Okay, so here let us write A equals to 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, then up to 48. So let us count this. So how many are there? 1, 2, 3. So there are 16 sample points. So therefore N of A equals to 16. Now let's see condition for event B. The number on the card is a prime number. So you all know up to 50 there are 15 prime number. So let us write this. So B equals to 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. So children, prime number means what? The number which is not divisible by any other number. So what are its factors are? So that number itself and 1. Then that number is called as a prime number. So there are 15 prime numbers up to 50. So therefore N of B is equals to 50. So children, so let's see remaining part in the next lecture. Children, in this topic we have covered introductory part of this probability, then random experiment and its outcome, then we had seen sample space and event. The remaining part, that is event and probability of that event, we will see in next lecture. Thank you.